First up, let's get you some big breaking news which is coming in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a telephonic conversation today with the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin. Well, of course, the two leaders have reviewed the implementation of the decisions which were taken during President Putin's visit to India in December 2021. In particular, they exchanged ideas on how bilateral trade in the agricultural goods, fertilizers and farmer products could be encouraged further. So the economic aspects of the relationship between the two nations. Now, the leaders have also discussed global issues, including the state of international energy and food market in the context of the ongoing situation in Ukraine. Now, this is very significant. The Prime Minister has reiterated India's long-standing position in favor of dialogue and diplomacy. Let me go across to Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan, who's joining us, our senior editor. Madhav, that's the big takeaway, isn't it? India stands to what it has been saying always, that it is dialogue and diplomacy which alone can solve the problem internationally.
A position, as you rightly said, that's perhaps the most important point coming out of this entire conversation as far as the context in Ukraine is concerned, the situation in Ukraine is concerned. The Prime Minister reiterating India's long-standing position, that is, of course, in favor of dialogue and diplomacy to the Russian president. But what is also very significant is that discussions have also been on other global issues, which including the state really of international energy and food markets. These are, of course, some of the areas in which the Ukraine war has also impacted internationally, not just India, but many countries across the globe. And the implications of this, too, are very, very significant. Also, of course, going on further to discuss bilateral trade between the two countries in agricultural goods, fertilizers and farmer products, and also, of course, talking about how it could be encouraged further. So a very, very significant conversation that has been had at the highest levels of the two leaders of India as well as Russia on a host of issues. And as you rightly put it, of course, the most important being India's reiterating of diplomacy and dialogue once again to Russia in context of what's happening in Ukraine.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this has been a tightrope walk for India, given the kind of historical, the economic ties that India shares with Russia. Thank you so much, Madhav.